Everybody can see you!
What up all, Darp here from Mindless Productions, continuing Thief, the master and custom difficulty guide. This first video is going to cover us getting to and breaking into the jewelry store. The second video will pick up with us dealing with the main room in the front of the jewelry store, so if that's what you're looking for, that's the next video. Just a little reference point. So anyway, this is supposed to get you used to the idea of the big heist, you know, finding the big key item and stealing it. It doesn't do a very good job because the rest of the game kind of ignores that whole idea, which is fun. No, that's actually my biggest complaint with this game is after the first few missions, you kind of ignore the idea that you're a thief. It's more about just breaking and entering. And that's not as fun, you know? But whatever. Still a fun game overall. I definitely recommend this game if you're a stealth fan. Alright, so there's a lot of ways to deal with this guy here. And that's a key thing. There are a lot of ways to do everything I'm doing. So if you do something a little bit different, that's great. There are plenty of ways that you could do this mission that are probably better than mine, but this is what worked for me, so I hope you enjoy it. So, easiest way for me to get past him is just to climb up on these little, on this ledge here. And you can just climb right past him. Don't even have to deal with him. Like I said in the last video, if you didn't watch that one, we are trying to collect as close as we can, or we're trying to get as close as we can to 1,000 gold before the end of this mission. Because the second mission requires the wrench, which is 1,000 gold. So we need to try and get as close as we can. And you should be able to come close. I don't collect everything in this mission, so I'm sure if you collect everything there is to steal here, then, you know, you might get to 1,000 or might get a lot closer than I do. Alright, so here's the jewelry store. There are a lot of ways in. I don't even know how many ways. I can think of 3 or 4 at least.
I can cut through the jewels to get.
So right out here on the street, there's a single gold piece, but also in this lockbox are a couple of arrows. Now we're not able to use anything but the blunt, water, and rope arrows. But that doesn't mean you can't collect the other arrows and the food and poppies. They're actually worth a decent bit of money, so it's worth collecting those when you find them. And you'll see I collect a lot of food and poppies because I think poppies go for 18 gold a piece. Food is like 13 or 14. So it gets you a decent bit. So after collecting everything in this little back alleyway, there's one more, I think, gold piece or something up here on the top ledge. Yeah. Once you're satisfied with what you found, we're actually going to follow this alleyway along the back side of the buildings. And it'll take us to the basement of the jewelry store, which is where the real fun begins. And there's no enemies back here, so feel free to run. You don't have to worry. A collectible newspaper. As I mentioned in the last video, I'm not collecting everything, and I'm definitely not getting all the collectibles in this video or in this guide. Any collectibles I happen to grab are just shiny objects that I like. I pick up shiny objects. It's what I do. So, if you would like to see a full collectible guide, how to get all the loot, things like that, feel free to let me know. I'm up for doing one, but it's currently not in the works. And I will probably say this again a couple more times in the guide. But there you go. Alright, so here in the basement are a couple...
Residents upstairs.
well, one collectible item that I always just get. I don't know why. It became habit at this point. So you can put out that candle, but do not put either of the candles on the jeweler's desk here, because he will notice it, flip out, and it'll cause problems. So leave the lights where they are. Just wait for him to turn his back, and you can steal from right under his nose. So that letter we just got has 3 numbers on it, and that's the combo to the safe that is hidden right here. And the combo is just 739. It's the same every single time, so if you just want to take that, you know.
An original and a copy. More extravagant than my usual masks. Good of you to write it down, shit. Never know when I'll be invited to.
Alright, I do want to go ahead and apologize to people who don't really like the slow pace guides and videos. That's all this game is. It's very slow paced. It has a lot of patience involved. There's a lot of times where I'm just sitting still for seconds, moments at a time. I mean, that's just what this kind of game is. It's a very patient game. It's not like Dishonored where you can constantly be moving and things are always happening. This is very slow pace, very patient kind of game. So unfortunately, that makes some of these videos kind of boring to watch. And I do apologize for that. I try and make it as fun as possible, but you know, it's hard to do sometimes with a game like this. So anyway, on this second floor there are only 2 guards. There's one patrolling the main room, but we'll deal with him later. And then there's one who's asleep in a little side room. It's actually behind us now. So feel free, go through all the cabinets, all the drawers. When you're in this other little side room with a sleeping guard, walk very, very slowly. If you're not familiar with the Thief games, what you walk on actually matters. So walking on the wood versus a carpet makes a difference. So if you're walking on wood, be very careful. Once you hit the carpet, you're pretty safe, but being on the wood, try and be careful. Alright, so I'm going to leave you to enjoy the rest of this with little bits left of this video. And I will see you all in the next video, so peace out.
All these beauties. I'd lift one myself if I didn't need the job. If he's got this on show, what else has he got locked away? Hungry as a...
Good find.
If I had a lady like his upstairs, I would not let the bed go cold. Coffee around here smells more like gutter shite.